Hi everyone, I'm Roxy Sampalo, and today I'm going to be sharing my Human Sexuality Individual Learning Celebration. So the first part I'm going to be talking about is what my course expectations were for this course. And, of course we can Google the definition of sexuality, but I wanted to learn, what sexuality was on a deeper level. And I also want to learn the dimensions of sexuality. How does sexuality affect us biologically, physically, and emotionally, as well as culturally, because it does affect us in many parts of our lives. And then I also was hoping to learn more about sexual orientation, because there are so many aspects of sexual orientation and how people identify themselves. Of course, we kind of have an idea of how, us as an individual identify ourselves, but it's more complicated when it comes to other people. And the next is sexual behavior. And I just want to learn, how does sexuality affect us in our everyday lives and the choices that we make? And of course, learning about the consequences of unprotected sex and birth control. Of course, I had, like a basic understanding before coming into this course, but I wanted to learn, on a deeper level, the dangers that people put themselves in by having unprotected sex every day and how we can prevent STDs and pregnancy to a further extent. And then, of course, the importance of sex education. It seems obvious, to me and to other people, but there are some people who don't see it that way. They don't realize how important it is. And so I wanted to, see why for them, how to convince them that this was an important course. And the next I'm going to be talking about is my major insights from this course. And then, of course, the biggest insight I have is the lack of education here in the United States. And this was just so shocking to me how it's not even included in any criteria curriculum. And we learned only 8 states teach about consent, which is not a lot at all. And there's not one college in the U.S. that requires students to take a sex education class. And to me, that is just ridiculous. It's part of us and our bodies, so it should be important for people to learn. And another insight that I had was compatibility. I really liked this section of the course, because it really helps, help me understand, why we marry the wrong people, why things don't work out. And it's also helpful to learn how to leave a relationship, because people struggle with understanding this every single day. People go through this every single day. So it was definitely, things that I can relate to and that were helpful for me and for, most people. And I also really like the gender and sexual orientation portion, because we learned, so much about women's rights, that it wasn't until the 1970s, which wasn't too long ago, that women could get birth control, could have a legal abortion, could sue for sexual harassment, and not be fired for getting pregnant. That was so shocking to me. And then also, people are still being fired for being gay and being turned down for being gay, which is, we've come a long way, but we still have a long way to go. And then another insight for me was, the section on Marketplace, because it was really shocking for me. And learning that, Dutch cities enacted legal prostitution and their sex crimes went down by 30 to 40%. That is just crazy to me how that works out, and why, if we have these numbers, why aren't we doing something to, help the United States? And then also the I found really shocking was the racial inequalities within porn. That was just so shocking to me. And even though, there are racial inequalities, even how for some reason women make more money than men, but this is the only, job that does that. So next I'm going to be talking about my next steps. And of course sorry about that. Of course I want to be a teacher. I'm going to be a future educator. And for me, I never really, because I wasn't around sex education a lot when I was in school. So learning about this now, it made me realize how much I want other kids to be able to learn this and to have the opportunity to learn more about themselves. And even if they're young, just teaching them about consent, it's so important to do that. So for me, it would definitely be including sex education in my courses. And the last is my meme. Of course, I took this meme and kind of made it into my own, because of the coronavirus going on right now. So yeah, that's the end of my presentation. Thank you.